Good morning, guys. Just let me know if there is a sound of cricket. Yes, I mean, like yesterday, if there is any sound, cricket sound actually around the background. If there is any, just let me know. And everyone, very good morning, brother. Feni, good morning. Hey, brother Shahjaib. Tamimi, good morning, brother. Okay, so there is no sound. Sound is okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you for confirming that. How are you all? I hope that everyone is cool. I will talk about the 7 a.m. kill zone at the beginning of this stream. I'm not able to make any video right now. I'm so lazy. So I'll talk about that after a bit about talking here. Then I will talk about the 7 a.m. Killzone entry. Okay. Netkid, good morning. David, good morning. Natsam, good morning. Natken, good morning. Rahul, good morning. Minhle, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Okay. After so many weeks. Absolutely, Rahul. So I don't have the time. Okay. I will just talk about this and then we'll talk again with you guys. So don't leave because I have a lot to talk with today. Just let me finish this before 9:30. This is the daily chart, and as you can see that market yesterday my target was this white line, but market came until here, then fall, close there. Until there is some kind of sell side liquidity from daily chart, which is very obvious to me. I'm not interested to look for sell. Every day is my bullish bias. Market fall, used that -1 standard deviation as a support here, as well as this propulsion block. As you can see here, it has been traded one more time. Now would love to see if it can go higher until here, but while it will go over there, I will keep looking for this line to see to be broken. Okay, the 50% of that week. Now this 50% and the green line are around the same area, so I'm not going to mark another line here. Instead, I will remember that this green line is actually the 50% of that week. So I will keep, I mean, there can be a reversal or reaction from this area, so I will just keep that in my mind, but overall I'm bullish. I'd love to go to hourly chart, and from hourly chart, as you can see here, this is the hourly chart. Market has fallen, came here, trade that fair value gap, fake breakout, as well as the new week opening gap high. Just look at the reaction from there. The new week opening gap high, the body, how did it close around this area? This is so precise. I didn't know that it is going to happen like this way. I didn't know that, but I always expect that until there is new week opening gap line is marked on my chart, it can be respected anytime. Anytime it can be respected. So it has respected perfectly from that new day opening gap, cleared that buy side liquidity, trade that new day opening gap, fall, trade the high of this new week opening gap, cleared all the sell side liquidity, trade that fair value gap here around this area, fake breakout, went higher, used this new day opening gap a bit, fall, broke strongly. This type of broken means I'm extremely bullish. Okay, if you see this type of run through the fair value gap, oh sorry, new day opening gap, new week opening gap, something like here, something like there. See this candle. If you see this type of candle through the new day opening gap or new week opening gap, that is the sign I'm extremely bullish. I'm not interested to fall, but if I would love to fall, I will use them as a support. After using them as a support, I will go higher again. Over here, I really don't have anything else from the hourly chart. Nothing to say. Would love to go to 15-minute chart. Long time ago, I have talked about something. I think some of you have been forgotten that already. So I would love to remind you one more time. If you have both buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity, market is around the middle area. So all you will do, or all you have to do, you have to mark that sell side liquidity, you have to mark that buy side liquidity. Of course, it has to be relatively equal highs. You have to mark the buy side and the sell side liquidity around the 50% area. If you find any fair value gap, any kind of fair value gap, if you find around the 50%, that is the fair value gap called midpoint fair value gap, that is going to decide, is this market going for the buy side liquidity or is this market going for the sell side liquidity. If you see the fair value gap is holding the market, then you have to be confident that this market is reaching for the buy side liquidity. If you see it's broken, not the fake breakout, but clear broken, then you have to think that this market is reaching for the sell side liquidity. So this is called range fair value gap, range middle fair value gap, or something like that. I don't want to give any name because otherwise it will seems like I'm rebranding the things. I'm just telling you the fact. You can give any kind of name to this. I have no problem with that. So all you have to do, mark the buy side liquidity, mark the sell side liquidity around the 50%. The gap can be exactly around 50%. There can be a gap above, little above of this line of 50%. It can be a bit lower of this 50%, but around this area. Okay. If this fair value gap was here, I don't care about that fair value gap anymore. I have no range fair value gap. So I am not going to decide that if it is broken, market is going to fall for sell side liquidity. If it hold, market is going for the buy side liquidity. If the fair value gap is far from the middle line of the range. But if it is very near or around that line, this is the gap that is going to decide where it is going for. I mean, what it is going for, buy side or sell side. So please don't forget this. I have no idea how you can take those notes, but those people who are struggling where there is buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, how do I know that which way this market will go for? So I hope that it will help you a bit. If it, I mean, I don't know. Okay, just take some notes if you want. Otherwise, just let it go. So far, this is the last fair value gap to that specific leg. This is the last fair value gap. There is no other fair value gap over here. So this last fair value gap is holding the market as well as the order block. This is the lowest down close body close candle. So you can see here market structure shift. Fair value gap has been traded by this lowest down close body close candle. This is the order block. Trade that order block. Keep going higher. This is that fair value gap. I kept it just for the BPR. I'm not interested to talk about the BPR. But if you don't want to mark this gap, you can mark that gap, which is the last gap to that line. I believe that it will be broken and this last fair value gap will play some role here. If it is broken, market will go for buy side liquidity. If it doesn't broke, then market will keep consolidating. And don't forget, this fair value gap is aligned with the 50% of that daily week. Okay, so at the beginning I showed you the daily week 50%. This is that last fair value gap that is aligned with that week 50%. So this is the gap which is I'm more interested to see. Overall it is going to be broken. I just marked it because if it fall, then I will see if it fall. If it falls, I will notice that does it making the BPR. Just because of that I have marked it. Otherwise I just think there is no gap. Okay, so it's like empty. There is nothing that can be reacted. I will keep this, but ignore this gap. Just ignore that gap. As a hindsight, I would love to see if it is interested to make the BPR or not. Okay. That is all. I have 4 minutes left, so I will go for the 7 a.m. because some of you asked me, please make a video. I'm so lazy. I can't make the video about that. I have already made a video. I didn't know that. He has actually referred me that video. I would love to tell you about the 7 a.m. kill zone. Very easy, very easy, very easy. 6:30 to 7. You will notice that time frame. 6:30 to 7. You will see if market can take relatively equal highs. It has to be relatively equal highs, and that has to be created before 6:30. Okay, so you can see this high, that high. They are the relatively equal highs over here. See this relatively equal highs. Then in between 6:30 to 7, can market take that relatively equal highs? If that relatively equal highs has been taken, you will wait for a lower displacement, no market structure shift. In that video, I talked about market structure shift, but you don't need to think about the market structure shift. You don't need to think about anything else except lower displacement, which has to be created from 7 a.m. New York local time. If it has cleared relatively equal highs, not single high, relatively equal highs, you will wait a lower displacement in between 7 to 7:30. If it has cleared relatively equal lows from 6:30 to 7, then you will wait for a higher displacement in between 7 to 7:30. If it has taken both relatively equal highs and relatively equal lows, which has been made before 6:30, and it has cleared both buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity in between 6:30 to 7, no trade. If it doesn't make or take any kind of relatively equal highs or lows in between 6:30 to 7, instead it has built a relatively equal highs in between. I mean, maybe there is a high. Okay, there is a high and market has made another high in between 6:30 to 7. It didn't clear the buy side. Instead, it has built the buy side, or it has built the sell side in between 6:30 to 7. And it has taken that, no, I don't care about that, I have no trade over there. But if it has created that liquidity in between 6:30 to 7, after 7, if it has taken that sell buy side or sell side that has been created in between 6:30 to 7 with previous high or previous low, after taking that from 7 to 7:30, you will look for the displacement, opposite displacement. Every kind of displacement is your entry opportunity. Over there, you can look for breaker block entry, inversion fair value gap entry, or just a fair value gap entry, just normally 22 YT model, whatever it is. Got the displacement, fair value gap, take entry. Got breaker block, take entry. Got inversion fair value gap, take entry. Got 22 YT model, take entry. Whatever you will get, just take the entry. As you can see here, this that high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs that has been built before 6:30. Now after 6:30, this is the 6:30 candle. Okay, this is the 6:30 candle. After 6:30, market has cleared the buy side. No sell side has been cleared. So now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting. Where I'm waiting for until 7. Until 7. This is that 7 candle. This is the candle around 7. Okay. After this candle, what I get? Higher displacement. Do I need to take the buy? No, because it has cleared the buy side. So what I need? Lower displacement. This market came here, fall dramatically. It has fallen dramatically. Fair value gap. Where is the fair value gap? There is my fair value gap. That is my entry. Or high, low, higher, high, breaker block, entry. Or it has fallen, went higher, got another displacement. I missed that entry, or maybe for any reason I missed that entry. There is a water block entry opportunity. I didn't miss that on. I have missed on. Again got displacement before 7:30. That is my entry. Again fair value gap. That is my entry. Target, of course, relatively equal lows. As you can see here, this is that relatively equal lows. I think I have, it's already 9:30. Okay, so I'm coming here. Actually, it's already 9:30. I believe that uh what to say, I mean, the 7:30 is clear, right? No, seventh, I mean, first presented gap was weird last week. This week, Monday, it didn't work. Yesterday, it worked perfectly, beautifully. And today, I believe that it is going to work again. Last week, it was disaster. Sometimes it should be disaster, man. Come on. Just let me know if the 7:30 is clear to all of you or not. Sorry, 7 a.m. kill zone. Is that clear? What the hell? Crystal clear. Thank you so much, brother. Good morning, GM. Thank you so much, guys, for confirming that it's clear. I tried my level best, man. Come on. If it is clear, take the fun. Last week, first presented gap didn't work, but this week, I believe it is going to work beautifully. So far, I didn't get my first presented gap. So let me see if it can make the first presented gap here. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. No, I don't have the first presented gap yet. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Jerry. How are you, Jerry? I'm not only watching this gap, I'm not only watching this gap, but also I'm watching this two new day opening gap. How they are going to be reacted? Are they going to hold the market, or is it going to be failed to hold the market? Because if it is failed, I'll be tradeless today. As I told, if when it has broken this so beautifully, it can fall one more time to use them as a support before going higher. This candle, see over here, that specific candle, if I would love to trade, for example, I'm not going to push the bottom. This is my strong order block over here. That candle is my strong order block. Now for here, you can see this is the high of this candle, this is the close of this candle, sorry, open of this candle. I don't care about to close the body above that high. See this high, I don't want to care about that. It has closed above this open, I'll push the button from here. Not now, I'm going to push because this is so weird, this is so wild, this market is so wild right now, so not going to take it. But in a normal situation, if I have a big wick, I don't care about the body close above that wick. Instead, if the body close above the open, I would love to push the button from that order block. Let's see what it is doing. Still now I don't have the first presented gap. Okay, that gap is working as a BPR. Was like unexpected. Let's see. That is the opening gap. It has perfectly closed the opening gap. Okay, so not going to mark the opening gap, but it has perfectly closed the opening gap. That's good. Good morning, Jimmer. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning, Rahul. No fair gap yet. No, I didn't see any first presented gap yet. All I'm seeing that if they can stop the market, send it higher. That's all I'm watching. Tapped today's new day opening gap. This is today's new day opening gap over here. This green line, you can see this is the today's new day opening gap. So it has fallen. It came today's new day opening gap. Weak, still supporting those new day opening gap. Just wait a bit more because this is so wild. Okay, so no need to force the market to enter. But if you find any entry opportunity, please go for that. I don't say anything yet, so I will wait. Only if there is first presented gap, I will observe that. If it is sell, I'll look for sell. If it is a buy BC, I'll look for buy. That's all. That is the midnight open. Market is just below that midnight open. You can see this line. This is the midnight open. This is the 8:30 open. Market came here. This is a very deep discount depending on midnight and the 8:30 open, depending on those, okay, as well as depending on PO3, power of 3. Below the midnight open is discount, above the midnight open is premium. So market went below the discount area. It's time to see if it can go higher now. If you are looking for sell, please go for sell. If you find any selling opportunity, go for sell. I'm not interested to think any kind of cell. Not yet, at least. What SP is doing? SP is also consolidating, but it's little stronger. You can see it's stronger. I want to see this thing here. SP is little stronger. You can see here. I want to see this here in Nasdaq. Are you talking? SP is strong. Yeah, SP is stronger. Are you talking? Are you talking? I can't hear any. I think the sound is okay, right, guys? Can you hear me? By the way, I hear you. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Thank you. I talk too much, man. Don't ask me, are you talking? You will say that, are you talking too much, brother? Sound is, thank you, Tamimi. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Jay. Come on, baby, my friend. Come on, give me the bullish CB. Sorry, BC as the first presented gap. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie Guerrero. Wow. 10,764 subscriber. Wow, awesome. By the way, guys, yesterday we had a conversation about the prop firm, and I talked to Proterapath. He told that Blue Guardian futures are actually trustworthy. So I have made a link about Blue Guardian futures. They are for $50, no activation fees. I think you guys can check it out. Okay, you will get the link on the comment. Around the comment, you will get the link. I believe so. No, you are not getting it. I think you will get it. If you don't get it, I don't know. Yeah, I have with me the filter apps to filter your speech. Lol, just kidding. So I have asked the question in Discord. It was not fitting in the comment section. I can't open the Discord right now because my laptop, I don't know what happened. If I open the Discord, it gets, I mean, it makes slow, some kind of hang, something like that. I'll see that later, okay, Sachin? Thank you, Jamie. Still now I have nothing. I have some sell side liquidity here. I would love to keep them. Which is going to react. So there is some sell side liquidity here. And I have this obvious liquidity around this area as well as a lot of liquidity here. So I'd love to see how it is going to react. All of this new opening gap, all of this new opening, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them will be broken. I will start to think about sell. Don't call me sir, please. Some of you can think this is the first presented gap. If you want to mark it, please go for it. I don't have the first presented gap yet, so I'm waiting for my first presented gap. I believe that this week first presented gap will work perfectly. Yeah, Monday didn't work, but yesterday it worked perfectly. Today also it is going to work perfectly. I think so. That is my belief. Okay. Hey Xavier, love you too, man. Please don't call me sir. Please, it's a request. Please don't call me sir, boss, goat. No, please. My name is T2. You can call me T2, friend, brother, whatever you want, but no sir, no boss, nothing like that. Please, it's a request to everyone. What is it called? I have no idea what does it called. I call them 7 a.m. kill zone entry. I have already talked about that at the beginning of this stream. So while the stream will be done, you can check that. Okay. At the beginning, I have already talked about that. Just before 9:30, I have talked about that, and I believe that it's absolutely clear. If any of you would love to trade right now, go for it. I have nothing to do. I will wait. Okay, the 15-minute candle is going to close in below this gap, new opening gap. It's absolutely wrong. If it closes below this gap, it's absolutely wrong. It should not close below today's new opening gap. Thank you, Vikram. Let's call it Vikram's model. Yeah, not bad. It can be the Vikram's model. Awesome. Okay, please close above the new opening gap. Please close above the new opening gap. Don't do that. Well, it's bad. Absolutely, it's bad, at least for me. Mhm. Now it's always difficult to take the buy because of these three guys. Let's try. Almost home market, wait for me. Still now I have nothing, Gangjong. I think you will be at home while I will find something. Look, guys, why I didn't get anything, I'm telling you, right? I just don't see anything over there. Now, if you ask me why, you can simply see that this market went higher, clear relatively equal highs, this high and that high. That has been cleared over here with a shallow run, which is my obvious liquidity. Fall, little consolidation, but keep falling. Trade 1 minute last fair value gap, just above the 1 minute sell side liquidity. This gap, which is the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart, told me to think about the buy. Market has closed below 3 new day opening gap, supported this new day opening gap. Can't think about sell, can't think about buy. There is even no buying opportunity yet. So if it can make a buy setup above this new day opening gap high, I will try to take that buy until this new day opening gap low. So this is my area where I can do something. There is a selling opportunity. I can't take the sell. Why? Because this is supporting. I don't know if it is going to be breached like here. See, 1, 2, 3 fair value gap has been breached by one candle. 3 new opening gap, but this one is holding. So I don't know which gap is going to hold, which gap is going to be very strong. So I have to wait. I have to wait for the opportunity. Now, while I have seen that it has left obvious liquidity, fall, cleared all of this liquidity to trade the last fair value gap. If it give me some kind of sign, bullish run, something that will tell me that please go for the buy, I'll take that buy. If it keep falling, I will let him fall until it is not broken. I will let him fall. I have nothing to do except waiting or sacrificing that trade. You want to take the sell? Maybe from this gap, you would love to take that sell. Please go for it. I have no problem with that, right? But I'm not interested to take the sell from this gap because this gap doesn't have any value to me. So I will better wait. It's not clear, I'm not going to take the entry. It's clear, I will push the button, then whatever it happen, I will accept that. So we have SMT between Nasdaq and SP 500. Okay, so this low has been taken here. This low didn't take here. It's a sign that this market is going to fall because this is going to take that low. It's not SMT, it's called fake SMT. Okay, so while Nasdaq has taken that low, but even S&P failed to take that low, I'm just telling my opinion. It's a sign S&P is going to take that low while this market will keep falling. This is a sign. Okay, it's not SMT. Just my opinion, brother. Let's see if it can make the first presented gap here. I'm going to remove it as it has been broken. I think it's gonna be the first presented gap. If it is, then wow, not bad. 12 handle only for 25. That will be the plan for the first entry. Let's see if it can take me. Ooh. As it's too small, just cover that gap. Everything has been taken. It's a strong, I mean, it's a very deep discount why you're thinking about sell. First of all, this is the first presented gap entry, so I really don't care about deep discount, deep premium. Secondly, today is Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. Wednesday's trend is my friend. So far after 9:30, it is showing me a bearish trend. So I think trend is going to be my friend until where? That is the different matter. I think this also liquidity can be the area where this market can lead for go for. Okay, until this sells a liquid it can go for, but we'll see. If this last fair value gap is not broken from 15-minute chart as a higher time frame, I'm still bullish. This entry is depending on first presented gap, and I will look for buy run only. No sell is valid until this gap is not broken. I have already explained what is this gap. So until this gap is not broken, I'm looking for buy run only. This entry is depending on the first presented gap. I believe this week first presented gap is going to work most of the time. Welcome Ram. Thank you, brother, for for the membership, not mentorship, membership. If I say mentorship, I'm sorry. Don't forget to give me the penguin. Remember, my bias is bullish, okay? This entry is only depending on first presented gap. If I find any kind of buying opportunity inside this entry, I will take that buy, because my bias is bullish. Still my bias is bullish until this is not broken. This gap is not broken, I will keep looking for buying opportunity. So don't get confused, please. Why he framed the sell and talking about the buy? This sell is depending on first presented gap. No price action, nothing, no discount, no premium, no new opening gap, no last fair value gap, nothing. Just first presented gap. According to the price action, I'm still bullish. Even though today's trend is my friend, but if this gap is broken, then I will start to go with the flow. That means trend is my friend. Thank you, Ram, for the penguin, man. I think there is selling liquidity at level of 22,750. Do you agree with me, brother? 22,750, 22,750, 750, 750. I have the sell side liquidity around 22,803. It is the only liquidity I have. 803. So you are thinking about 750. It's too far actually. So let's say this sell side liquidity is too prominent to me. So I would love to stay with this sell side liquidity first. Hello, sister. London low has been taken. So it should reverse now, right? Let's see. It has already taken the previous day low. I think it should go higher, right? London low is the target. Why is London low? Let me see the London low. This is the London low. That is your target. Be careful. Be very careful. Two two nine two nine 22929 22929. Yeah, I have already marked that. I don't see the session liquidity, by the way, but as you have said about the London low, so I have just marked it. Morning news took the market to the 1 hour IRL internal liquidity, so we might be bearish today. Of course, we can be bearish. I told that if this gap is broken, then I'll be bearish. Until this gap is not broken, I'm not bearish. That's all I told. Until it is holding the market, I'm bullish. We shouldn't take London low if we are bullish. Let's see. I can see that London low has a lot of value. Good morning, MB Trader. Listen, some days you will see that I have already taken 2 to 3 entries already in between 9:30 to 10. Some days I have nothing to do, like today. Still now I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything. Okay, so what can I do? I have to wait. That's all I'm doing. I'm waiting. It is falling. It is a falling knife. I'm not catching it. I'm not chasing it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting, waiting for the price to tell me something. I want to read this story. Who is in this in a trade already? Who is in a trade already? Let me see your face. I mean, let me see your name. You are already in a trade. There is nothing wrong if you are already in a trade. Absolutely, there is nothing wrong. Maybe you have seen something, you have taken that entry, but you have to be clear. Why did you take that entry? You have to be clear in that point. And Dugukan, you are waiting for a long setup. I'm waiting for the price action just. No long, no sell. I'll just wait. I didn't mark it as the opening gap has already been traded, so I didn't mark it as Joe. I just did scalp for 30 ticks around 950, 955. Oh, we have a scalper. I think you should contact with Slate. Slate is also a good scalper actually. Very, very, very good scalper. The Phoenix, you saw the name yesterday, Phoenix. I'm sell from 990. 990. So you have taken the sell from here, I guess from this parallel gap. And this market is already here. Almost you have already got 30 handle. I believe that you have taken some partial. I'm the bad trader. I didn't get any setup yet. Tamimi, are you in a trade? Let's go. Finally in front of computer. Congratulations, brother. Confidently. Hi to an everyone. Hey Gangjam. Brother, I am not bullish. I'm not bearish now. I was bullish while this market was here. I was bullish. When it came back again to this gap, this is the range fair value gap, range 50% fair value gap. I would love to wait to see if it can hold the market or if it is broken. If it is broken, I will start to look for sell. If it is not broken, I am still thinking about the buy only. So if I want to enter here, I will enter for a bull run, not for a bear run. Okay, right now, if it close above that candle, I'll take a buy from that order block. If it can close above that candle. I'll take the buy from here. Stop loss has to be below this candle. It's gonna be 20 handle, but it's okay. Target will be a very small target, which is 22 handle. Okay, so here that will be my buy. Body has closed above that line. From this candle, I am already in a trade. I'm not going to push the button, but I'm just showing you the entry. Order block, took the entry. This is the first partial, and this will be the target. Okay, so that will be partial. I'm going to keep it over here around this area from the order block. As it has tapped to the open of this order block, I'm going to switch it to open. So my first trade for today here. This is the first entry opportunity for me for today. I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. Of course, it's a bearish market. You can see it's extremely bearish. Some of you already in a short. No need to close your trade. No need to do anything. I'm telling my opinion, my understanding, and that's all. Okay, so I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. I'm saying what I'm thinking here. Asking for myself. Oh, okay. Bullish gap needs when you are in a middle area. I mean, 15-minute bullish gap. When do you need? When there is no sell side liquidity left. Every sell side liquidity has been taken. You need a bullish gap, 15-minute gap. But if the market is an area where you can think that this market can go higher from there. For example, for me, this gap is a very strong gap to me, which is the range fair value gap 50%. Range 50% fair value gap. This is a very strong fair value gap to me. So I don't need to wait for a 15-minute bullish gap. Of course, I can do for that. That is for over confirmed entry. But here, I don't need to wait for that as I have this gap. So I'm going to believe this gap is going to hold the market, send it higher for the next obvious level, which is the first presented gap low. Until that area, it will go higher from here. So I don't need to wait for the 15-minute bullish gap. But for example, I'm not interested to take that risk from that order block. I need more confirmed entry. Then I will wait for a 15-minute bullish gap and then I will enter over from there that bullish fair value gap. Bullish fair value gap is for the confirmed entry. I don't want to take any kind of risk. Okay, no risky trade. This is the risky trade. This is a bearish market. I'm going to depend on the last down close body close candle as my order block, depending on this fair value gap. So this is a risky trade. Most of the time it worked, but sometimes it doesn't work. I need confirmed entry. What can I do? Wait for a 15-minute bullish gap. That is the confirmed entry. It takes too much time. Okay. Remember, the entry will be from there, but as it has traded the open, I have just marked the open of that order block. I'll have to mark it. Right now, it is struggling with to break the high of that range 50% fair value gap. I believe that if the body can close above this line, it will come over here. So I need strongness, speed here. I need some kind of sign, strong sign that I would love to come here. Some kind of unfilled fair value gap, something that is going to tell me that I'm reaching over there. Okay, not this type of Mickey Mouse move. Speed. Speed is the key to success. If you ever enter into a trade, depending on some analysis or some concept, some model, always look for the speed, depending on the theme you are looking for. Come on, baby, on night Friday. I have to mark the mean threshold of that order block to see if it would love to trade the mean threshold before going higher. Okay, so I would love to mark the mean threshold of that order block. Of course, it can trade the mean threshold of the order block before going higher. So that is the mean threshold of that order block. And you can see that around 10 there is no volatility, right? This is the 10 candle, no volatility yet. So I need some volatility now. Within 5 minutes, I need the volatility so that the macro can be confirmed that I have the energy, still I have the energy to reach to the next level. I don't want to see any body close below this mean threshold. If the body close below this mean threshold, I'm doomed. In that type of situation, I wait for the next candle just to look for the fake breakout. That means one candle closed below this mean threshold, the very next candle closed above the mean threshold. And of course, that has to close above the order block line as well. Didn't work. First trade I have framed is a losing trade. To me, no candle, no nothing is important right now except this gap. Nothing is important to me except this gap. If this gap is broken from 15-minute chart, I will start to think about sell, only sell. Otherwise, I'm still bullish. It can fall a bit more until the first presented gap from the Monday first presented gap before going higher. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell until the 15-minute candle close below this fair value gap. No sell is valid to me. If the body close below this gap, then I will say trend is my friend. It is a bearish trend. I will start to flow with the bearish trend. Until then, I will keep looking for buying opportunity. I will take rebuy if the body close above this gap. I will take rebuy from this gap. Body has to close above that gap. Brother, you are forcing the market. No, I'm not forcing. I'm reacting with the market. If it close above this gap, tap to this gap, I'll be in this trade. From here, stop loss should be there. Not going to put it here. The reason is I have already a loss of 20 handles, so I'm not going to take that risk. Instead, I would love to put the stop loss just a bit below of this minus 1.5, sorry, minus 1 standard deviation. Target is same here. We'll take a partial above here, okay, around 20 handle. This will be the partial, this will be the target. So far I have a 20 handle loss, I guess. Yeah, 20 handle, 20.25 handle loss. That has to be the partial. If any of you are in this trade, that has to be the partial. This has to be the target, the low of this first presented gap. Or you can target the 50% of this first presented gap. There is nothing wrong. If you'd love to target the 50%, it is okay, but by trailing the stop loss. Okay, that is the partial. Love to mark line here. This is the partial here, and that is the partial. Target can be the 50% of this first presented gap or to the low. Anywhere you can target. I mean, by anyhow, if you would love to target the 50%, you have to trail the stop loss too fast. If you target here just the low, you have already got your boom 32 handle. So I had a loss of 20 handle that has been mitigated over here, that has to be mitigated over here. Again, I would love to keep it here. Okay, just keep it here, but it all depends on your trailing stop loss. If you don't know how to trail the stop loss, don't target the 50%. If you know how to trail the stop loss, then target the 50%. Otherwise, close the trade while it has tapped to this first presented gap low. Simply just do that. And that is the third entry. Just put it over there. This is the third entry, okay? Here, that is the third entry from the first presented gap. I would love to put it over there, okay? Just for the sake of this conversation, I would love to put it over there. 20 handle loss has been mitigated with a small profit. Last entry from the first presented gap, target is 25 handle. This entry just the first presented gap entry, okay? It's not the price action entry, nothing. I am bullish, you know that. So I would love to see this gap will be broken, but before breaking this gap, I want to see that this gap will provide me 25 handle at least before breaking this gap. This week the first presented gap should work perfectly. So let's wait for that, if it works or not. Come on, baby, online Friday night, only online. If you're afraid, don't push the button. If you think that okay, it should work and it's not a huge loss, just 15 handle, go for this. It's all up to you, man. I'm not forcing anyone. I believe it will work. I frame that one. That's all. All I need is 25 handle. That's all I need. Without any partial, without anything, just 25 handle. Simply 25 handle. If you have more contract, you can take 20 handle partial, then put the stop loss to the break even, target 25 handle. If you have more than one contract, if you have one contract, just go for 25 handle. Don't change the stop loss, don't do anything. Just push it, wait. If it can give you 25 handle. But remember, this is not about the price action. There is no relationship with the price action. It's simply depending on that first presented gap. That's all. Come on, baby, all night, Friday night, want your night to the dance floor, beat the dance floor. I want you, baby, baby, I don't want your country. Now I will write boom. One loss for 20 handle, one profit for 32 handle, one more profit for 25 handle. Done. Okay. Man, come on, write down boom. Where is my boom, man? Come on. Now I can see 3 boom. I need more boom. 137 people are watching. Boom. Give me boom. Come on. 4, 5. Just 5. So bad. Hey Judy, thank you for the boom. Min play. Rajak, thank you, man. Team, thank you. John Jamoni, thank you. Baragain, thank you, man. Mish, thank you. Jamie, Netkit, Bikram, me, Jsway, thank you. Now, every entry is going to be my winning trade. That was a possibility to me. It didn't work, man. Come on. It didn't work. What can I do? Nothing. Then I took this one. And then that one. And I'm done. Thank you, Miguel, Bikram, Alex, Jerry, Eagle. Thank you so much, guys. Is it too difficult, man? Come on. No, it's not too difficult. Now it's time to wait. I'm not bearish, remember. Until this gap is not broken, I'm not bearish. That is why I let all this fall go, then framed only the buy. Does it really difficult, man? Hey, Stephen, how are you, brother? Guys, we need to like this stream. Yeah, if you want, you can like. If you want, man, come on. I don't want to beg the like anymore. If you want, you can like it. Marking up chart for journal. Wow, Jerry, that's cool, man. Boom, first presented favorable gap. I told that this week it is going to work so beautifully. Now Monday it didn't work. I'm so sorry for that. I didn't derive this market. Okay, so market maker actually didn't work. Yesterday perfectly, today perfectly, tomorrow perfectly. So I believe it will keep doing well. Bikram, why thanking me, brother? Nobody please thank me. It is your job to make some profit. It's your job, man. Come on. Thank yourself. To contract entry, okay? So $800 loss, near about $800 profit, not 800, say like $1,000 profit from here, another $1,000 profit from there. So $2,000 profit, 800 loss, 1,200 banked on my bank. There is an equal low at 21 minute frame. Is that true? 750. There can be, brother, but right now I'm more interested about 803. So if it would love to go for the sell side liquidity, this is my sell side liquidity. That is, I'm more interested. See this sell side liquidity, I'm more interested about this sell side liquidity. 803 here. So there can be more liquidity. I don't care about them. This is my liquidity. While if it is taken, the job is done for today. I'm done for today's job. But there can be, of course, there can be. Now, I really don't want to frame another trade, but if I would love to frame another trade, this is my another trade. Don't copy. See this candle? Tapped to this candle, it is my another entry from this order block. Here, from this order block. There, stop loss is going to be below that order block, one tick below this order block. Partial has to be here to the low, or you can make it 20 handle, which is there. This is the partial 20 handle, and then I will move my target where I am thinking this market will go. This is my fourth entry. Loss, win, win. This is the fourth entry from the order block. First partial 20 handle, then I will target this relatively equal highs after taking that partial. Look, as I framed the buy just below the first presented gap, so that even if it didn't work, I am not going to take the loss. Partial